Okay, in this presentation we're going to look at decision theory. So here we have a loss function under a decision problem, and we have 4 decisions and 3 scenarios. D1, D2, D3, those are the 4 decisions we can make, and we have 3 theta scenarios, theta 1, theta 2, theta 3. And what we have in the table is the loss associated with each combination of the D and theta. Okay, so which of the decisions can be discounted immediately and why? This is the first question we're asked. So essentially what we're doing is looking at each row, okay, and seeing if any of them are always worse than any of the others. So what we're going to do here, just to sort of speed things up, we'll compare D2 and D3, okay. So 10 is worse than 7. 13 is no better than 13, and 17 is worse than 10. Okay, so in this case, what we can say is that D2 can be eliminated since it is dominated by D3. That is to say that under all circumstances, the loss from D2 is greater than or equal to D3. Okay, so we'll never pick D2 because D3 is better than it, or at least equal to it in every circumstance, apart from theta 2 where they're the same. But other than that, it's worse. Okay, so we're left with D1, D3, and D4. And I'm going to be frank with you, there's not really much you can do beyond what I've just given you there. But you can have a look anyway, just to sort of see what you think. Okay, now the second thing is, explain what is meant by the minimax criterion and determine the minimax solution in this case. So this is part B. I just paused it there to fix a typo or two. Anyway, the minimax criterion is to choose D such that the loss associated with D maximized with respect to theta is a minimum. Okay, so essentially what we have to do is go through each of the rows. Now we don't really have to go through D2, but I'll just sort of keep it in here just for the time being. What we're going to do is go through each of the rows there and pick out which is the maximum loss. Okay, so that row, 19. This row here, which is dominated by D3, but we'll just leave it in anyway, 17. This row here, 13. Okay, and this row here, 16. Okay, so now what we're going to do is look at these maximum losses here and pick out which of those is the minimum, and clearly it is D3. Okay, so we can just get rid of that there. It is the minimum there is D3, so that is the minimum of the maximum, if you get me. So we will choose D3 here. So that's the minimax solution to solving this decision theory problem, this decision loss function problem. Okay, we'll leave it there.